How goes it all? Welcome back to Patterson L Properties. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional day. All right, now since 2022 is basically here, I know that it is going to be a very, very interesting year when it comes to building in the housing, when it comes to the housing market altogether, when it comes to building new properties, trying to sell properties, trying to rent properties. It's just going to be a very interesting year. And one thing that is very, very true is that when one has access to capital and when a company or multiple of companies are looking to expand access for home ownership, well, I definitely have to talk about it, family. So according to the article that I read today, the founders of Legacy Home Loans, a Black-owned mortgage banking firm headquartered in Las Vegas, Nevada, one of my favorite cities, have opened 3 new branches in the Black and minority communities across the United States of America, and they continue to make good on their commitment to empowering African American communities throughout the United States of America. And I just love that because it's all about the economics. That's why I despise politics, because if you're not talking money, then you're not talking anything, in my personal opinion. That's how it works in a capitalistic society. If you're talking economics, you got people's attention, you got mine. But if you're talking everything else, like it's 1955, then I put the snooze button on, or just ignore button, whatever you want to call it. All right. Article stated that we have to focus on building sustainable wealth through home ownership and leaving family legacies, said Ben Slayton, the president and CEO of the company. And before I go on, remember, family, that wealth in the United States stems from successful business ownership, real estate, stocks, insurance, and nowadays cryptocurrency, family. So I commend this company for doing the great things that they are doing. The article also stated that their new branch office located in Baltimore, Maryland, is headed up by Stephen Tyree, a lifetime resident of Baltimore since he was 5 years old. Stephen brings over 13 years of experience and to the mortgage, banking, and real estate industry. He holds a bachelor's of science in business administration from the University of Baltimore, and he has a very strong ties to the Baltimore community, which he loves. And I think that is awesome as well. People that are from the community, making economic moves in the community, hey, that's what it's all about. The article states that he's an advocate in the education of families on financial health through homeownership, and stays true to his passion through service to his community, employees, and ultimately his clients. I always say, if you are passionate about something, then for the most part, you never really work a day in your life. The article also stated that their new branch in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, branch is headed up by Netfa Wary, a 20-year resident of Charlotte, North Carolina. Netfa has over 20 years of mortgage experience, including loan processing and underwriting, which allows him to guide his clients through every step of the mortgage process as a loan officer and branch manager. He takes pride in educating and informing each client of all possibilities so they all will make the best decisions. Nefa is an active member of the community and calls Charlotte, North Carolina his home as if he were a native. I think that's a beautiful thing. And if you do not know, Charlotte, North Carolina has basically been a booming community for the last 10 to 15 years from an economic perspective, family. The article also stated that, especially with all the financing and banking that they have going on there, it's a beautiful thing. The article also stated that the company's third new branch in St. Louis, Missouri, I like how they're being strategic. They're on the East Coast, they're in the South, they're in the Midwest, and on the West Coast. Very smart. The branch is headed up by James Gardner, a 30-year veteran of real estate and mortgage industry. James considers himself a forever student, eager to build on his knowledge of the mortgage industry, and he's absolutely educating his clients to allow them to be informed while making what could be the most important financial decision in their life of becoming a homeowner. Now, I love the fact that this company's expansion is strategic all over the United States and in areas where growing African-American populations are, increasing, especially in the West Coast, because the areas in the West Coast where African-American population is growing is in Phoenix, Arizona, and Las Vegas, Nevada. The article ended on this note stating that Mr. Slayton's commitment for legacy homeownership is to lend $1 billion in mortgage loans to the African-American home buyers by 2023, therefore to lend $1 billion or more every year to our people. They are opening new branch locations in every metropolitan city in the United States that has 25% or more African-American population. And by hiring local mortgage professionals in their communities and giving them the tools, loan programs, and resources so that they can compete head to head with any mortgage lender in the United States, I think it's a beautiful thing. And, you know, these are the people that make more sense to me than any other politician in any specific office. Because they're putting the work in, they're laying the groundwork, they're planting the seeds, and they're trying to not only make themselves and their businesses grow, but they want to be able to make the people in the community grow all at the same time. Article stated that today's legacy home loans have branch offices located in Los Angeles and Oakland, California, Atlanta, Georgia, Tucker, Georgia, Dallas, Texas, and Houston, Texas, Las Vegas, Nevada, Chicago, Illinois, Columbia, South Carolina, and now Baltimore, Maryland, Charlotte, North Carolina, and of course, St. Louis. So I commend you guys, continue to do the great work. And, you know, that's all I can say on that note. All right. So hopefully you guys have a great night. Do the great 3 free things, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, proud to sell properties. You purchase properties via tax liens for the most part and wholesale them, or just basically do the fix and rent, or sometimes fix and flip. And then obviously we wholesale properties, work with other wholesalers and investors. So all of our information is in the description. So, hey, as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Take care, family.